Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the Everton Stadium update for the 16th of the 2nd, 2024. Now just very quickly, if I sound a little bit throaty and I give off the odd little sputtered cough every now and then, I apologize in advance. I am still recovering from a fairly gnarly little cold and unfortunately it just wants to hang in there even when the weather's getting a little bit nicer. But we will march on. So yeah, looking over the East Stand at the moment, one of the first things I did actually notice was the roof itself. So they are now working on the roof, so they're now getting the very top cladding sorted out, as well as the ballad cladding. So they are really pushing to try and get as much of this finished as soon as they can, especially in regards to the cladding and everything. So as we know right now, pretty much all of the brick facading's done, all of the black dividers are now done. Most of the roof is plodding along rather nicely. At some point they're going to get the solar panels in. The barrel cladding is working its way along rather nicely. Everything is just moving along as it should be. Everything's going along great. We cannot complain at all. Or can we? No, we can't. No, we can't. We cannot complain, to be honest. Everything is working to its schedule. And I cannot complain, in all fairness, in any way, shape or form. I'm going to probably say that about 5 or 10 more times. But yeah, as a whole, we're seeing this barrel cladding as well as the roof stuff moving along at a rather steady pace also. Let's actually try and get a nice little catch of the boats there. But yeah, the barrel cladding is actually moving along rather nicely, and it's nice to see as well, because if you ever come from Everton Valley or anywhere further down, you can actually see that, and it's on the forefront. And I think once that is finished, even just that side, it is going to be such an eye-catcher. But yeah, as we move along to the Fan Plaza right now, things are moving along rather nicely there. So as we know, it's the usual things more than anything. So the rails are actually getting added in. Well, the railway lines are getting added in, or the tracks if you want to call them that. You've got a couple of more evergreens ready to go in, so a couple of little saplings and everything. So the little green, so you can see like little divots in the ground. Well, not divots, like soil patches in the ground. So you've got like nice little greenery points there. And Everton have also mentioned that they're doing everything they can to try and make this site as carbon neutral as possible. Or, what do they say, carbon negative as possible as well. So this being like renewable energy sources, trying to implement more greener things around the site, as well as recycling and all of the stuff like that. If you've ever been to Goodison and you've ever had a pint in Goodison, more than likely it's been out of one of the one of the plastic cups that they push down and it fills into it. So these will be one of the paramount things for the stadium when it comes to match day beverages and everything. They're going to try and implement these as much as possible. And from what I've been told, apparently they're going to be doing the same with soft drinks as well. Now this I'm not a massive fan of. I prefer having a bottled soft drink, just for the fact that myself and my granddad, when we have a drink, we like to have a little drink for a bit and then stop drinking. My granddad, with his balance and everything not being all that great as well, if he puts that down by his feet like to sort of move and wander a little bit. So if he accidentally kicks it, that's gonna pretty much be 4 or 5 quid pretty much down the drain, unfortunately. But yeah, as we move along to the south stand after that massive tangent, you can actually see, if you actually look through by where the glass is and everything, you can see the seats in the north stand on the lower terrace are now getting put into place. Now, I am really looking forward to seeing them, because they're another little progress sign to tell me that things are moving along and we can actually go from week to week and see how things are progressing, so we can say, okay, so they've done 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns. And it's always nice to see, once everything is all done and dusted and it's a lovely royal blue inside there, I am going to be very, very happy, and I'm going to try and actually get a really nice top-down photo of that when I get the chance. But yeah, now as we go properly around the top of the south stands, we can see that they are plodding along with it rather nicely. So we can see the nice little stack of the panels that they're putting into place. Not solar panels, by the way. So these are like the little roof clad panels that they put into place. Now I think these ones are going to be for the south stand itself. They could even possibly be for the east stand as well. But we can also see that they're actually doing the insulation layer as well. So you've got the insulation layer coming onto the south stand. You've also got the insulation layer along on the west stand itself. Everything is just, it's moving along as it should be. We can't complain. And Everton are also getting a nice little mention as well in the media. So Sky Sports have started talking about the Everton Stadium, how it's coming along and everything. I'm surprised they've mentioned it now, of all times. I would have thought they would have actually given like little updates every now and then. When it was, you know, like the wet hole in the ground, when they got all the sand in, when they'd started getting like the four corners done. Things like that, you know. I would have liked them to have done that, where they've, you know, given little updates based on that. But in all honesty, I'm not surprised. Everton, when it comes to Sky Sports, as well as other firms and everything, I feel like they're kind of reluctant when they want to talk about things in a positive light in regards to Everton. They don't like to do that for some reason, and I don't understand why. But as we now look along the west stands, we can see that they are actually ticking along rather nicely when they're coming to get the stairway and everything into place. So you can actually see that it's now going from south to north. They've got the line point for it moving along into the north. So I am excited to seeing that taking place and everything. See what I mean about the colds? My voice is pretty much starting to fade away now, so apologies on that one. But yeah, we're now looking at the north stand now. So very quickly, as a nice little mention. Now, when it comes to, I'm going to have to backtrack to the west stand real quick in regards to commentary. So when it comes to the west stands, apparently what is going to be happening is Everton are implementing a thing, I think they've called it the street. So inside of the west stands, you're going to have a bunch of restaurants and shops inside there. And apparently they are going to be accessible 365 days of the year. This is going to be something I'm actually excited for the fact that any time you want, well, not any time, any day that you sort of want, you can go into there. You can just walk in and you can go and sit down in a restaurant, essentially inside of the stadium, or, well, I say inside of the stadium. Chances are this is going to be on the outskirts of the inside of the stadium. You're going to go in there, you're going to be able to have a lovely dinner or a lovely lunch or a breakfast or whatever. And then you can probably walk out to the out by the staircase and everything, and you can look out into the Mersey. And to be honest, this is probably going to be one of the best areas to just enjoy the River Mersey, because it's going to be close to it in the sense of it's close in the sense. I can't get my words out today. I'm really sorry about this. It's a bit of a mess of a video today. As I said, voice is slowly going now. I'm holding back a lot of sputtered coughs. It's been a mad one this week, unfortunately. So hopefully I'm going to be recovered next week. I'm going to be a little bit more coherent. I'm going to be able to get my facts straight. But in any case, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your week. Take care, up the fucking toffees, and peace.